27 on the play, and the Seahawks first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
Goal, Seattle.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Looky here, a touchdown, a two-point conversion, and now an onside kick. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the kick is no good.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They start with a give to Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Seahawks.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Wilson. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And now they'll they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Wilson will throw again. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16.
On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
On the play. Second.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments or the backup.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much, even one step's in.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I like it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And the Seahawks
first down, Wilson. Dorsett's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. For 36 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get rid. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Seattle. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. To throw again is Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in a big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run is Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. Escaping the... Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Seahawks have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 2nd and a couple. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Third down.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. No gain on the
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. This is Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's complete into the hands of Carson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case,
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Again, Wilson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels.
Complete to Jalen.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use it. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets...
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Wilson wants to throw it. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
1st down, Seattle.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Johnson, the intended target, 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, here's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Big screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown.
Greg Olsen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Steelers 12. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
42.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for from Heinz Field.